ABELI, and today we have another video in our series of archery. Today we're going to be talking about some accessories for your bow.
Yeah, so this one's for my bow. Those of you that didn't see the video just a short little bit ago, probably posted before this one. It is on a Hoyt RX-7. Well, as with every hobby, there is always 1,000 accessories that you can get for it, right? You have your phones, you have your controllers, your PCs have your mice and keyboard, your monitors. Everything seems to have
those add-ons.
Yeah, and that's almost really where they get you in the expense category. That being said, when you do spend something like a lot of money on something you care about, you want it to be protected. You want to make sure you have the right tools and the other pieces that really make it shine. So sometimes the accessories almost matter just as much as the other piece. Much like we've learned with PC, if you're going to have a great PC, you want to have an excellent monitor.
Yep.
And that works the same way from your accessories. So I have a few things to kind of share with you today about some of the accessories I've got for my bow. One of the first ones, and this is kind of silly because I do have a toolkit, but it's a series of Allen wrenches. And although I don't consider myself an expert, this is a archer's Allen wrench. It's literally just Allen wrenches. They just buy a company called Pine Ridge Archery Products. They happen to sell an Allen wrench that has a lot of the sort of standard sizes you would see for a bow. So if you need to tighten your sight or change things around, something like this is kind of helpful. You don't always carry your entire toolbox, and I'm a big fan of, if it's in the toolbox, it should probably stay in it until you need to use it, and it should be put back.
That way you don't lose it.
Where if you have something like a bow or other accessories that you're taking with you, right? It's kind of like you're charging your phone. Because again, this is a tech channel, so we like to look at technology no matter where it's from. You have a charger for your bedside, you maybe have one at your office, one in your car, and one in your to-go bag. Yeah. It's better to not have to just rely on one thing. So getting an extra set of Allen wrenches is a really great help. In addition to that, you need a great release. True Ball is a sort of really great name, at least as it's been explained to us. They have a lot of different ones. So so we have a True Ball, I think it's the copper or bronze one.
Copperhead?
Copperhead, thank you. Abby knows it. That were my glasses.
Only because we were just looking it up the other day.
Yeah, really like it. I only do have one of these. I would like to get another just in case.
Just leave it in our travel bag.
Yeah, so and speaking of bags, we'll get to those in a second. Before bags, a quiver. Now, I don't consider myself a Robin Hood where I need to run around and carry the quiver with me, but there is still a nice benefit to keeping your arrows in a nice space.
All in one spot.
Yeah, so this one's kind of cool that if you did want to wear it, you could kind of clip it on your pants. To be honest, I don't really think I have the silhouette for it. I've seen some people wear them and it doesn't really grab for me. I'm not in any rush, so I have no problem just sort of setting them in the sort of stand quiver that you can set on the ground.
Or setting it on a table.
Yeah, or setting it on a table. But I can see there is some benefit, especially if you are a hunter. But I will say if you're a hunter, this quiver by Easton is probably not the way to go because
it makes a lot of noise.
It makes a lot of noise. But one thing that Easton does do really nicely is they make good arrows for those of us that are beginners. These arrows, all of them are fletched exactly to my specifications, as we've sort of talked about before. Everything about a bow is sort of sized for the archer. These ones are if I get it right, the 6.5s, and they are 400, so a little flexibility, but not much. You go to a nice place, they'll set you up with the right ones. We'll set this right here. And then we have a few cases. We're actually only going to focus on these two for the time being. This first one is a soft case, and it's really nice for if you're just going to go to the archery range and you're looking for something that's going to keep your bow safe while it's traveling in the car, up some stairs, something along those lines. Again, it is a soft shell. Feels really good. It's actually by Hoyt, so that's always kind of nice to see that it matches your bow. It has a nice big pocket with some extra pieces here, like I've got my string wax so we can keep everything healthy. If you wanted to sling it over your shoulder, it's got some of those pieces. And then it has a nice big pocket which is actually where I set my quiver when I'm not using it. It sort of sits right in here. The real reason why we sort of chose this one, though, and it really comes down to stability. So your bow sits with the strings right here, and then it curves down. Some bags, they'll just let you set your bag in there, your bow in there, and you'll just zip it up and be good to go. They actually include these Velcro elements that will allow you to sort of Velcro your bow into it, so it'll stay very stable. It won't rub along the bottom when you're carrying it, even though there are nice protective pads here. Just kind of keeps your bow up and away, while at the same time very stable, so it's not going to go anywhere, which is really kind of a big deal, especially when you invest the time, money, and effort into your bow. Highly recommend that for sort of your everyday sort of travel. But if you're like us and all of your family lives somewhere else, but you still want to share your hobbies with them, eventually you may want to bring your hobbies back. And that's why I picked up what's called by a company called Pelican. It's the Pelican Air. And this is a case made entirely for air travel, or just travel in general. And what's really cool is it has a nice space for some of your additional arrows. It has these little pockets that you can zip up and put stuff in. Same thing on that side. What's really cool about this is the entire thing is effectively customizable. I chose this set. Now, there's only a handful. They say it's customizable 100%. I would say there's probably a set series of things that you can really do here with these inline elements. Pelican does offer a whole bunch of customizable stuff where you can really form everything to your exact specifications. But for me, it was a bow. That's what I was really looking for, something that would be simple. In addition to just the arrows and the simple stuff, inside this case, which we'll get another view of in a second, has this nice flap that sits to divide your accessories from your bow itself. And that's really nice because you can keep everything good and snug.
Oh, I never noticed that there's actually a pocket on top.
Yeah, there's even a pocket in this sort of little blanket element. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this up and we're going to turn it. So we'll go like this, and we'll set everything here. So now you, as the audience, can see what's inside this case. So I already showed you where the arrows and some of those things sort of sit. But in addition to that, you have all of these sections here. It's basically just this padded space with a series of straps. They're called molly straps, specifically. And you set these foam blocks in at exactly the size of your bow. So you basically fit this space to use your bow. And then they come with bungee straps. And how it works is you basically loop these straps through the molly strap around your bow, and then you tighten them. And it makes so your bow is not going to move 1 inch in this space. Incredibly safe, really, really nice. I couldn't be happier to have something like this. Again, as I said, accessories always add up. And then what's cool is you can also clip this down, so then everything stays nice and snug. In addition to all of those fun features, as you can sort of see, it is on wheels. And as I shut this, the locks go all the way around. There is a series of places you can even padlock it. And then it also allows for Tsa Key Locks that can work integrated within the latches. Because it is designed for the airport, it also has a series of wheels on the bottom, so you can wheelie it around, much like those of you that have ever went golfing before and brought your golf clubs. You know you want some sort of way to carry those things and make them nice and safe. It even has a strap spot, a tag spot, so I can include my address information, all the fun stuff, in case it were to be lost at the airport. Hopefully we never have to do that, but it's always an option. That sort of concludes all the accessories that I have attached onto my bow that's not actually attached to my bow, but are part of my bow. A lot of storage, a lot of extra arrow pieces. But if you have any questions about any of these things, please feel free to reach out in the comments. And thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.